My name is Lisa Gifford. I was born in New York, the grandchild of two people who came from this area. When I first came to Ireland, had graduated from college and I came on a trip, and like many Yanks, it felt like home. And I sowed the seed that maybe someday I could have a bit of property back in the family name. We are in Leitrim, Drumcong, which is midway between Ballinamore and Carrick-on-Shannon. I've been here 8 years. When I bought this place, which is almost 3 acres, the entire place was covered in rushes. I had to get a man with a tractor to come in and cut, do the first cut, to actually see what I had. I have 13 goats on the property. I'm buying in more goats so that I have an independent herd. Have our goats for the purpose of making cheese. To grow good grass so that the goat eats good grass, makes good milk, and that milk is turned into quality cheese in the creamery. So here we are in the meadow. And this meadow has been fertilized with concentrated seaweed, which science tells us brings up the sugar in the grass. So although we need to be conscious of the potassium, the potash, the nitrates, etc., in the grass, we also can enhance the quality of the grass by enhancing the sugar. So this was harvested at one point in the last 3 years, cut, trimmed. 1 year it was topped, 1 year I collected hay from it. But now I let it grow after I've reseeded it so that the goats are getting good quality grass. Goats' desire is to rip food, swallow it right away, let their rumen work on it with bacteria and enzymes, bring it up, of course, through their gut, send it back down to the reticulum. I started making cheese, and then my daughter and her partner and their child joined me 3 years ago and took the cheese making to the next level. The creamery is made out of an old barn. And here we are in the make room. The milk, when it arrives, goes through the door, and then they are emptied into these vats. Milk is put in, then it is warmed to a certain temperature, then the culture is inserted, then it stays there for 8 hours at least. The rennet is put in for separating the curds from the whey. The next morning, the cheese is hand ladled into molds. That evening, the cheese is flipped in the mold and rests for another night, and then is salted and flipped out of the mold. Then it is moved to our next room. So this is our drying room. You can feel the fans going. Again, temperature of the room is specific, direction of the fans, height of where the cheese is in the room. These are our retail wheels, which go to chefs. And this would be our usual customer size of the cheese. We have opened a shop called Hidden Corner in Carrick. We sell the things that go with cheese: bread, olives, sun-dried tomatoes. We also sell at the Sligo market, the Manor Hamilton market. All the whey that we produce from the cheese making goes into 3 lovely Kuni pigs. And that will be our meat protein in the future. We have rescue lambs, which are partaking of the fields, and we have 1 heifer. She's only a month and a half old, but her milk will eventually go into the cheese. Our garden consists of a 40-foot polytunnel and an outdoor area. We have onions, red onions, yellow onions so far. This is a beautiful apple tree. Over here we have a cardamom. Our potatoes are thriving this year. These are rowan trees that are planted this year. I've planted over 100 birch and rowan trees on the property just for the birds and the bees and whatever. I would say get their soil analysis done. I would say go slowly. Instead of trimming down everything on your new farm, rent a goat or two and have the goats nibble it down for you. Don't manicure it and learn what it has to give you.